Catch up on previous parts by clicking the playlist, linked in the description. Scarlet assumed the terrorists were hiding in the church. Using her acceleration magic, she enchanted the spear in her hand and threw it at the building, leaving impact with destructive force. As the men there were trying to figure out who did this, she revealed herself to them. At first, it didn't make sense to them until their brains started to comprehend that she had just said she was the one that threw it. Scarlet noticed they were all unharmed despite the explosion. One of the men quickly recognized who she was, referring to her as the silver-haired devil. However, they were confident in their job to destroy evil incarnate, and she was the perfect example. Then, they called on Katarl the Wise to deliver judgment on her. Seeing the head of their goddess statue, Katarl's glasses shattered in disbelief. He also realized the spear from earlier was from the statue. Filled with rage, he summoned 9 bats to his side. But before he could attack, Scarlet smashed his face with the head of the statue. She swiped his protective amulet off, as Katarl wept while confessing that they were tasked with stopping the Dianan festival. They'd even spent long nights working out a way to foil it. She, of course, felt no sympathy, quickly knocking out the Inquisitor. But the others still rallied themselves, believing this was all a test of their faith. Scarlet questioned if they realized the state their ridiculous mission had put the Central Plaza in, but they didn't care. One of them dived at her, and she punched him right in the gut. Yet, it wasn't enough to scare the others from trying to attack as well. So, Scarlet decided to cure their stupidity with a pain that was equal to death. After beating up everyone, she met with the guards outside, letting them know about the terrorists inside and left them to deal with it. Returning to the streets, she saw the Crown's healers helping all the injured people. She figured Julius must have sent them. As Diana called out to her, the podium suddenly cracked, causing Diana to fall. That's when Leo would arrive on a white horse, saving her. Saint Diana was flush, seeing his handsome face up close. Sigurd would report to Julius, informing him that things in town had died down, and the Holy Land pilgrimage departed safely. He added that the Palmians wouldn't be able to interfere once the pilgrims were out of the city, but the prince doubted that. Julius explained that only members of the pilgrimage would have known when he and Scarlet would arrive at the religious quarter. Yet, the Palmians had a trap ready for them. He then ordered Sigurd to infiltrate the Palmians and learn what they were after. Suspecting they may have a spy amongst the pilgrimage's retinue, he didn't want to believe a traitor was in their midst, but precaution was needed. Later, Leo asked Scarlet why she was going on the pilgrimage, to which she responded she was just in the capital at the time and happened to witness the Palmians' wrongdoing. So, she called off her hot spring tour and came along in the interest of the greater good. Obviously, Leo wasn't going to believe that. He brought up how the Palmians mentioned not wanting to be killed by the silver-haired devil, and Scarlet feigned ignorance, even though silver hair was quite rare in these lands. She tried changing the subject, asking her brother if he wanted a cookie. Regardless, he asked if she was at the center of these incidents. Scarlet told him not to worry, because she was simply called to assist with the pilgrimage. She claimed the assistance was something only she could provide, and then he realized it had to do with her blessings. Since she had sworn to silence, it couldn't be helped. The Palmians' actions had grown more extreme, but still, Leo warned her that no matter how powerful her blessing was, there were things she couldn't do on her own. He told her to ask him, her big brother, for help before putting herself at risk. By nightfall, they set up a camp to rest. 2 of Diana's attendants approached Scarlet, letting her know that Diana had been acting strangely since the incident yesterday. However, they didn't think it was because the palanquin she was riding had tipped over. Peeking into the tent, they saw Diana blushing and rolling all over her bed. As Scarlet went in, the saint screamed and rolled around even more. So, Scarlet wrapped her with a blanket, trying to get her to calm down. But Diana couldn't, because looking at Scarlet reminded her of her Prince Charming on his white steed, and it made her heart race. She would confess that she fell in love with Leo at first sight, and now thinking of him made her restless. Scarlet commended her for having great taste, adding that her brother was the most wonderful man in the world. Diana wanted to get to know Leo better, but had never felt this way before and didn't know what to do, and Scarlet told her not to worry because she had a great idea. 1 week after leaving the capital, they arrived in Memphis, a city on Palestine's eastern border. The city played host to the Eastern Barrier and was known as the first stop on the Holy Land pilgrimage. It was home to many hot springs with restorative properties. So many adventurers came to enjoy their effects. In the hot spring, Scarlet and Diana reviewed their plan, though Diana was a bit nervous about inviting Leo out for a nighttime date. But Scarlet would handle it. She told the saint not to wear her usual hair ornaments and let it fall more naturally for a more composed aura. Then, she had Diana put on a traditional costume of Memphis to make her look like a common girl. This was a plan to show a new side of the saint. Scarlet believed that revealing an unexpected aspect of one's personality would catch a man's interest, and added it was a surefire winner for a maiden in love. Despite feeling a bit embarrassed, Diana was pumped to give it her all. Noticing Nanika outside, Scarlet figured her brother had asked him to watch over her. While the two ladies were petting him, she asked if he enjoyed the hot water, but Nanika seemed to prefer cold water and wasn't interested in Scarlet giving him a hot bath. He then told them to invite Leo out before he went to bed. Afterwards, Diana asked Leo if he would like to tour the city with her. He recalled Scarlet telling him to accept Diana's offer earlier, and so he did. Scarlet, who was spying on them, decided to enjoy the nightlife of the city as well. Unexpectedly, Julius met with Scarlet while she was enjoying herself. She asked what he was doing here, and he answered he wanted to enjoy the nightlife with his precious plaything. Scarlet would then state she was simply exploring the city with a lofty purpose in mind. She claimed to be monitoring the local adventurers, which made the prince question what it was about them that caught her interest. She then told him that Donovan was originally an adventurer, and hearing this, he let her know that not all adventurers were villainous, and he doubted she'd meet a brute deserving of her fists so fortuitously. Some deserving brutish adventurers were breaking a vendor's pots because they had lost a bet. Julius then confirmed they'd definitely be deserving of her fists. He then paid the man for all his broken merchandise in exchange for letting them do whatever they wanted to the adventurers. With that settled, Scarlet dashed in, knocking out the first guy. Their leader asked if she knew they were the Golden Heifer before picking a fight with them, but that didn't matter to her. She was just ready to punch all of them. At the same time, Leo felt a cold chill run down his spine, as if he was sensing his sister's urges to beat people up. Diana's attention was then caught by a game where you had to scoop up some goldfish, so she gave it a try, but wasn't really that good at it. Staring at her, Leo felt like he was looking at his sister. Then he gave Diana a hand, teaching her how to scoop up the fish. Surprisingly, she didn't take the fish home, feeling it would miss its friends. After that, they both played some other games and enjoyed different snacks. Diana came across a cat ear headband and was eager to buy it. The vendor offered to give them a discount if they bought two. Leo wasn't interested, but Diana wanted to match him. Unable to resist her cute eyes, he bought them and became a cat boy. She never knew matching accessories with someone could make her so happy. When she nearly bumped into someone, Leo quickly pulled her close, whispering to her to not get too far away from him. Diana went flush. She was glad he was so nice, but felt like he was basically babysitting her. She asked him if she looked like that much of a child, and Leo immediately apologized, explaining that she reminded him of when Scarlet was a child. Diana thought that was impossible because Scarlet was always so poised, elegant, beautiful, and strong. Compared to Scarlet, she saw herself as a clumsy tomboy who always needed other people to protect her. Leo would cheer her up, saying she had done a brilliant job of fulfilling her role. Not everyone could do what she could, and she was an indispensable asset to the kingdom. He noticed some commotion going on and already had a bad feeling about it. One of the knights informed him of what was happening, so he ordered the knight to take Diana back to the inn, while he went to see what his sister had gotten herself into. As he ran off, Diana thought to herself that she had no power, wishing she could be like Scarlet. While the knights patrolled the area, someone offered them some food. Dios was happy to have it, but Paragus would snatch it away, reminding him they were on duty. Dios would then pretend to go check the stalls ahead, while secretly reading a piece of paper. Over in the Vanquish Empire, Alflame was approached by the Palmian Inquisitor, Michelin the strategist, who requested his aid, and that of the Red Sky Dragoons. Oh, here we go. Another setup for the baddies to get beat up by Scarlet. Subscribe to keep up with next week's part. But for now, watch this next video. It's me, ComfyTea. I'll see you all in the next one.